We're joined by head coach Neal Brown of Troy. If you have a question for Coach Brown, please press *1 at this time to get in the queue. Before we get to that, Troy opens up the season at home this Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Time against Austin Peay. That game will be played at Veterans Memorial Stadium and will be televised on ESPN3 and available on the Watch ESPN app. Coach, before we get to any questions, can you give us your thoughts on the upcoming season and this upcoming game against Austin Peay?
Sure. Thanks for having me. Look forward to this during the week. It's football time, and we're eager to get rolling. We're fortunate enough to start at home this year against Austin Peay. Austin Peay comes in the game, brand new coaching staff on both sides of the ball. Will Healy, I think the youngest, maybe or the second youngest coach in all of football. So not really sure. Will comes from Chattanooga. Several of his defensive coaches also came from Chattanooga, so we're assuming that we're going to see some similar schemes that Tennessee Chattanooga had used over the last several years, but really an unknown. We've got a really young football team on offense. I think I counted this morning 14 guys are going to suit up and play their first Division I football game. 14 of the 22 in our two deep on offense. We only have 3 seniors in our two deep. Really small senior class. Defensively, we have some veterans, so we're going to really lean on them during the early parts of the season. Expecting a big crowd here for a home opener. We're kicking off at 5 p.m. So with that, I'll open to questions.
Thank you very much, Coach. While we wait for those, going into the season, 2 student-athletes from your team were honored on the preseason first team, in Antonio Garcia on the offensive line and Rashad Dillard on the defensive line. What are your expectations for those 2 as you head into this season?
Well, Tony is really matured. He's a guy that played better. As we started to play better offensively last year over the course of the last 6 games, he really picked up his play. He's athletic. He's a guy that the pro scouts like just because he's long. He's a little taller than 6'6", and he moves really well. I'm proud of him also. He graduated in July, so that's important. And he's matured as a football player. Had a great fall camp. We actually named him the most valuable player offensively in fall camp. And then Doc Dillard is a guy that's very similar to Tony as far as really going back to January when both those guys became seniors and knew they were heading into their last year of eligibility. He's raised his game. I thought he played well last year. He's really kind of a specialty player last year. We used him more as a speed rusher and those type of things. Now he's going to be every down player. He's playing the bandit position for us, which Tyler Roberts played last year, and Tyler was a first-team All-Sunbelt player. And we were counting on Doc to give us a lot of they call him Doc, it's Rashad Dillard, but nickname's Doc. We're counting on him to give us that same type of production out of that bandit position.
And, Coach, what do you see as kind of the advantages of opening up your season at home?
Well, traditionally, we've played really well at home. And if you look at our home record, when Coach Blakeney was head coach, that was one of the most impressive. And he had a lot of things that were impressive, but one of the most impressive was his home football record. So, and we played 6 home games. We only played 5 last year, and this year we've got 6 home games. So that's something I think is vital. It's vital for us as a Division I program to play at home. Our fans are excited, and they're ready for football season as well, and gives an opportunity for our students to see us, and that's important.
Okay, Coach, with no other questions in the queue, thank you very much for your time today, and best of luck with this first game and this season.
Yeah, thanks. Y'all have a great week.